So what we have to avoid is 2026, June 13th. And I have to get up and tell you about this. That see you're going to see it more and more, and it's going to be kind of nonchalant, but with our communications, because it's going to be vital. It is vital, always. You should have always been communicating amongst yourselves and not going through a prosthetic, like say, well, is it right to listen to that because this pays me to ignore it or something like that? Okay, really. So the difference between, okay, so you want to be careful of getting into the dictator. Yeah, right? You know what a dictator is, right? You don't want to be dictated to. But see, some people, the AI version of people, narcissists perhaps, people who are not human, they're going to get into dictation. They're going to they're going to allow the computer to formulate their words because they think they know what they mean. What they mean is they think they know what they mean when they're talking. They don't really analyze from where they're coming from and where is it going to go. See, dictation is different than typing. Yeah, you have to keep typing because you are doing digital ID, and a human being has 5 digits, and that's what you want to do is you want to say, "Oh no, I'm here. I'm her." Now let me get my chalkboard. I hope this works for you guys. You don't. Bottom line: avoid the dictation. Avoid dictators. Keep typing. Keep playing in the game because dictator is coming. But you want to just say, "No, I am this type. I'm sovereign. I have my autonomy. I can think on my own. And I know that there's an AI robot sitting next to me. Hi, husband. Don't settle for dictation. It's coming up now. You're going to see it. You already see it. But more and more, it's just like, you know what? All you got to do is just talk into it. And then it arranges your words according to what? Like, do you even know what the fuck you mean? And mean isn't the same as cruel. Avoid being the dictator. Avoid anybody dictating anything. Avoid that. Stay typing. Don't get into the dictator. Don't get into it. Stay typing with your digits because here we go. And right about now, some people are probably thinking, no, no, not literally, Shauna, not literally. Yes, literally. You don't even know what literally means, right? There's literature. We're not talking about litter. Stuff you throw out. Ollie is a fucking suffix. Literature. Talking about literally, babes. Um, yeah, don't. You know, if you need a dictator, then find a trusted friend, a shepherd, who just uses their words a little bit better than you do, who has a locative analysis of a reality, kind of. Okay, so all right, make sure they know how to see. Okay, because the dictation thing, talking and then waiting for AI, which is really just the computer, to put together a dictation that in fact goes along the ley lines of what the Nazi over there. That just you know how some people they can be talking. They start talking and they say nothing. Oh, when they talk about politics, you're a narcissist. Oh, they start talking about their family. Where's your friends? See, the highest possible role that I'm telling you the truth right now has nothing to do with me. This is like the way it is. A friend is a higher role to become than a mother, a father, a brother, a daughter, or even anything. The good friend, why? Because that's somebody maybe who can see. I don't know. You want somebody who can trust, right? You don't need to let down there. Really, in just your faculties, man. Oh, it's difficult to find an actual human being on this plane. And so now we're going to get into dictation because people don't know how to speak. and they're gonna stop typing. That is not right, because typing is here to identify something, the ones who can see versus the ones who can't. That's why they call it an iPhone. But the enemy is a dictator, Hans. I'm not making myself clear. Too clear, huh? Way too. It's like, and capitalism does not mean that, Shauna. Yes, it does. You need to learn how to capitalize now. Anywhere, anytime that you see fit to point back at what's in outer space, simply your intellectual property. And I'm not talking about your bullshit. Everybody, as one human, um, must obligate themselves to find out why is that person, or why do they say that the truth is the same for all. Try to get it. Try to become human. It's tedious. It's not just black and white, but the truth is the same for all. For instance, the symbol of the H is never going to change its meaning throughout the entire universe as far as the human creation is concerned. And humans, the universe is 100% human. This right here is a picture. That's a picture you're looking at. It's not a letter. That's a picture. I mean, you can look at it like this if you want, or you can look at it like this if you want. But see, and then you can really start drawing in. Like this is one end. This is another end. It's an oscillator, and in between you got this. In between you have this flow. See, it's basically the look of the toroid. You know, that's a circle and a donut, but it's actually a more intense. See, these are parallel lines, and this connects through the middle. See, it's basically a design of a connection. Anyway, hydrogen, chemical element, most prominently found everywhere in the universe. That symbol is not going to change as far as intergalactically the intelligence is. You know, you guys like to say the creator. It all happened through a word. And it's like, no, it's actually a vibrational frequency, but we have pictures, and so anyway. Won't ever change. Like the 2, you don't know that the symbol of the 2 is like 1, 2. It's just basically 1, 2. See, the 3 is 1, 2, 3. See, it's 1, 2, 3. And the 1 is 1. You know, and the 4 is a very strong structure. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, it's like boom, boom, 4. There's 4 little pieces if you count that as a thing there. Or let's do this 4. This is the usual 4, right? Fuck, can I draw the fucking 4? See, that cross right there just gives you a connection to the 4, all right? I didn't lie there. 5 is interesting. Why? Well, it has 2 shapes in it, and now we're talking about interdimensional shit. Big time, because it's like square on the top. 1, 2, 3. 5 is trippy, right? But if you do, let's see, anyway, I'm not lying about this. And with energy, when it starts to speak to you with a 6, you know, that could be a spiral, because now we just broke through mathematically into something and you have no idea. I was trying to tell you about dictation. Don't let it happen. Don't let the dictator come through in you. Start typing. Find out what type you are. Like, do you know that the word good isn't God isn't good? So if you do, start typing. Capitalize anywhere, anytime. You're going to see it. People will be lazy and they want a dictator. And what it does is, like, they don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what they need to say. So they're like, blah, 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 and they'll put this together for me. And then you don't call it AI. It's just a computerized version of speech that's hooked into the enemy. Especially, see, if you don't know how to do your own typing, which type means that you're finding a type through writing. And then, see, when you dictate, that's coming back at you as just, that's laying down the law, and who cares about what type you are? See, there's one type that says that. I have my sovereign life and my kids too. You don't fuck with them. That's the time we're in right now. We have communications, the devices that will help the organism into something. But apparently the organism, most of y'all, can't give this any energy, right? That there is capitalism and you don't know what that is, right? Well, see, the only way I can prove to you guys that this communications is from the future, that they try to install it, they take it from your perception, the availability. It has to be this way. What I mean is like, well, how do you think you interface your software, which is that's what we are as the potential human. I say potential is because there's two types. One of them is going to stay typing and identifying what type they are. The other one is going to reach for a dictator because they don't really know what they mean. But they want to fit in and they want to sound feasible to something. But really, do you see what I mean? It's in training, recruiting yet another soldier there, and it's not a warrior. Warriors will do their typing hitting the keys. See, the key is a figure of speech that comes from music. And and also you know the word key, like, and so what do you mean? A lot of times in a game, it's like, no, that's the key. Uh, you have to type, not and don't go for the dictator. Don't go for the. They're gonna they It's called dictionary. See, you want to be careful of that. There is an original dictionary. It's the older ones, but even those are wrong. Do you know that? Because why? They're written in all lowercase base, and then they won't show you the simplified version of what's inside the word there, like the bird in the word, or the energetic thing that's going on alone, like what the O it really is. It's a symbol. It's not a letter, and it's showing you something. That's a configure. That's the symbol of pi or 8 or oxygen. Outer space. Anybody? God, it is. Yeah, it's like that. So most of you guys would think this is so random. I don't know why you think it's like that, but it's like no. This is what I think the white extraterrestrial can do really easily. I don't know. Other people can too. But okay, so do you know how that there is a few that take care of the entire central banking of the globe? And did you know that those few might not be humane? I mean, they are into keeping you pulling wool, and it's kind of farming, right? What if it's the enemy that we are trusting, which it is? Big problem. And so I keep doing this, and it's like, okay, so I'm from the future then. This is not going to be implemented until later. I mean, and people have got to get really miserable before they start hearing the right instruction. They have to be really genuinely fucking miserable. But see, the thing is that see, my neighbors are miserable, but they don't know it. They don't know it. See, that's the problem. That's how fucking miserable it can get. All these people are perfectly right, especially when they're reaching into a information field that says, I mean, like particularly, they think they're taken care of if they let something dictate to them. That's dangerous for us all, and now is the time. You better start typing. Don't go to diction. Stay typing. Okay, as old school, I know where I come from. I know who I am. My great grandma, my grandma. Did you know that texting, that more like writing, is better for you if you're going to get your point across to somebody or someone, even to yourself? You should write it down. Why? Because it makes you really think of what you need to say. It makes you kind of go into the spaces and start to bring up, see, it helps you really get, if you're really good at communicating, if you know the meaning and what you need to do. See, it could be that's why that only a few families can communicate and operate and harness up. It's unfathomable, right? How that only a few people can control the rest of the world. And what is really going on is it's happening through the language. Yeah. It's happening through now, and influence is very powerful because it goes electronic. It has a I was almost to say a military base, but it's not the visible military, if you want to say that. It's the good military. The ones that really do have the ability to blow up an entire planet, but they don't and they won't, but they do. See what I mean is like they'll see it's just like that fucking ecology is never going to work and they just blow it up. You better watch out. Yep. Benevolent beings are trying to give us a chance to get away from the dictator and start acknowledging who we are and what type we are. And if the fucking entire organism is that sick, under intergalactic rule, they can cover it with mud and they can try and start over again. And then people start in caves and they start imagining, and that's what's happened before. 30,000 years ago, at least, it happened once before that. And you don't know. See, they try to make you believe that no, we started out in caves. We always started, and we were trying to figure out how to make a wheel, and we get fired. And we're like, wow, what do we do with this? And it's like, no, they keep setting us back, and they look up and they see what possibly they'll draw it. Oh, we saw a spaceship, and they put it in the cave. Just kidding. I love making shit up, babes. I'm from the future. Avoid the dictator. Don't do it. Keep typing. There's only one reason to communicate is to bring people's perception into the possibility that union can happen through outer space. God. God is reality. Don't ever forget this. I'm telling you right now. Ria. Ria is God. Yeah. And we've seen it spelled, we can see it spelled like this. Can you see what I'm doing? R-I-A. Yeah. And you'll see it. Did you know that, I would dare say with the I-A, I would just say that that's God. No R. The R says to reverse flow. It says that you better look out for the possibility that AI could be there, and yes, it can. But is it doing the divine thing in accordance to the actual I? A. This is an emergency, and I'm posting it right now before fucking sunrise. Do not fall for the dictator. Dictation. It's going to come in the form of people that don't know what they mean, and then they start talking. See, I talk text, but I go back and I make sure that words are, see, in fact, typing, using words, writing, you can talk text, but did you know it's like, you know what, you can get more defined when you start separating a word, putting one in there, capitalize anywhere, anytime, in case there is an intergalactic monitor that says, do these people even see the sky? I mean, are they using the sky to see? Or are they using the dictator?